Don Welch opened up the Underground Network. We had different DJs every week, Frankie Knuckles, David Morales. Every week we showcased artists, DJs, or labels.
You were doing exactly what I was doing in Ibiza.
Wow.
You were doing exactly what I was doing.
I'm a visual singer. I see people, I see movement. We might not have had the beaches and the mountains, but we had the party.
Yeah.
We had the party.
Welcome to the Global Club and Dance Hall of Fame with myself, Clara Griffin, and also Big Al. Our next guest is one of the most iconic voices in house music, a singer, songwriter, and choreographer who has captivated audiences across the globe. With her unmistakable energy, powerful gospel-infused vocals, and timeless anthems, we welcome into the Global Club and Dance Hall of Fame, Barbara Tucker.
Hello, Barbara.
Hi.
Hey.
How are you doing, beautiful people?
We've got you late because you've just come off stage.
You know what? That's okay.
Yeah. You good with that? You enjoy that performance?
Sometimes the best party is the after party.
The after party.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I love that. So we always ask our guests, sort of around the beginning, when did your music journey start?
This is crazy. And I say it everywhere I go. I never wanted to be a singer.
Right.
I wanted to be, as they said back then, a stewardess or a gym teacher. This is around, I was 13 years old.
Into sports, obviously.
I love athletic things. And I was kind of a tomboy. While other people were playing cars, I'm playing softball, skelly, red light, green light, 1, 2, 3. I'm up in the tree hanging out. You know, I'm just a physical type of person. So what happened is many people don't know that my father is a sole survivor of the group, called The Persuasions. So my father is a singer, and he came out in the group, The Persuasions, all a cappella. And Whoopi Goldberg always says that it's her favorite a cappella group. Now, all the members have passed on, but my dad is still here. I just cherish every day with him. But sometimes
it's in the blood.
You could say that my mother sang too, actually. Her and her sisters growing up and singing. I'm setting the groundwork saying that because, as you said, sometimes it's in the DNA, the blood. So people would find that I would sing a talent show at school. Oh, I'll do it. I was doing talent shows to get out of class. You know, me and my friends, the principal coming by, why are you ladies in here rehearsing or something? Oh, we have a show to do, So, but all of this singing in we have a show to do is building up your gift, your talent. Of course, you sing in choirs. Again, this is something that I'm thinking everybody did. When you're growing up, you're singing in a choir, singing in a group. Everybody thinks they're Michael Jackson and Jackson 5 on a rainy day. You're singing. And so I was singing with this group. I'm trying to skip ahead so we don't, I wound up singing with a group because, oh, Barbie, could you sing? You could dance. See, they knew me as a dancer. But they didn't know when they asked me to become a part of the group, I can always sing. And they're like, good, I didn't have to sing. And that group started off as a promotional strafe, set it off. Then the owners of the label, Just Born Record, decided that let's bring the girls from the background and they should come out and sing. So, y'all want this party started right? Set it off, I suggest y'all. Harlequin 4 came about through that. Again, didn't know I wanted to sing. I'm just here. I'm showing up in life in different spaces. Barbara could sing, Barbara could dance, Barbara could do this. Okay, I'll do it. That was me. Oh, I'll do it. And I've always been a part of something. So it just shows to tell you, sometimes you don't have to necessarily go and study, but your gifts will start to come out for the bigger purpose though. So we're going somewhere here. after that, I would choreograph for various groups like Sweet Sable, Love So Special. I've choreographed for Michael Wofford. I choreographed for Jay Williams. I'm Gonna Sweat, Sweat. So many artists that I've worked with. I've even choreographed the first and only Clubhouse Music Awards show under Tony Herbert at Studio 54.
Yeah.
So I was an artist who was a creative person who didn't know she was really an artist. I was singing here. I've done 9 off-Broadway plays here, and I was dancing here and just being creative. Chalk it up to maybe the Pisces in me, because Pisces are water sound creative. We're fluid in movement and we like to dance and all of that stuff. But at the same time, my mother being a pastor along with my grandmother, great-grandmother and grandfather, there's the spiritual side of me. So though I wanted to express, I'll never forget when me and my friend wanted to do a dance recital at church, and they said, no, you can't dance in church. Okay, well, maybe I won't dance here, so I'm going to go out there and dance to a gospel song. So I'm performing and dancing and acting. 1986, I received the TOR award show for most promising actress with a distinguishing artistry. I didn't know what I was doing, meaning.
But you were doing it.
This is what I'm saying. Things are just happening.
Yeah.
They're just happening. So I was also a club promoter, in
That's what I am.
In the late 80s. And then in 92, me and a partner that I met, Don Welch, opened up the Underground Network. We had different DJs every week. Frankie Knuckles, David Morales, DJ Camacho, DJ Paradise, so many very Louie Vega
which
in New York City at Club Elite. We moved to Club Underground Network at the Sound Factory Bar because Frankie Knuckles said, there's a night opening for you. They cater more to house music here. Why don't you all come over there? So that's how we wound up over there. Now, even though we were alternating DJs, we wanted a resident DJ by the time we went over there, and we asked those, but they were not available. And then, because I didn't know him, my partner Don Welch, being the Billboard reporter, asked Louie Vega. And so that's how, Louie Vega was our resident DJ for almost like 8 years or so, something like that.
We talk a lot about Louie because he's a master, isn't he?
Yeah. So we developed the Underground Network where every week we showcased artists, DJs, or labels. We gave them a home to showcase their label work. You were
doing exactly what I was doing in Ibiza.
Look, wow.
You were doing exactly what I was doing. We had labels, I had Positive, I had all them things. I had artists coming out. I even first one to bring Eric Murillo over to
I worked with him definitely.
George Morel.
Worked with him, written for him. So you're doing all these things. They call it jack of all trades, but master of none. Which you got to cancel. You got to cancel stuff out like that. Cancel it out because then you won't be able to complete things. But we just can't help it because you say, well, Barbara, let's do this. Okay, let's go. Well, Barbara, I want to do this. You want to help me? Okay, let's go. That's just who I am. I can't believe that I'm a singer. And so when I was choreographing for an artist called Butch Quick, who was on Strictly Rhythm Records, and I met Gladys Pizarro for the first time, he asked me to represent him. I'm like, okay, because sometimes your number 4 or your sign, you have a lot of leadership qualities in you. So it's not like you're going to walk in fear, but you understood, what do you want? This is what you need. Okay, we're going to go here and get this. We're not playing here. We're here representing your craft. So, and then what happens is, she's like, I always wanted to meet you. I heard about you. She knew me probably as a club promoter. And see, in 1985, I recorded Set It Off. So some people had an idea of Barbara.
Was that your first recording?
1985. That gives me 41 years in the industry.
Was it a soul tune or was it, what
y'all want this party started right?
Oh my God.
Set it off, I suggest, y'all. Set it off, I suggest. Just set it off.
I can't
Come
believe,
on, let's.
I
Okay,
can't believe
back to
I
the
asked you
show.
that question. I can't believe I asked you that question.
It's okay. It's okay because there's so much that happened in my life, henceforth getting me to write the book. You know, it's really interesting how things happen. So I'm with Harlequin 4. We're doing our work, and look how life is. New Year's Eve, December 85, New Year's Eve. Our gig at what we call the Fun House back in New Year's Eve. Guess who was the DJ? Louie Vega. I didn't know. Years later, he's working for me as my DJ, and I hadn't seen him since then. So I didn't know him on any level of music or what have you, because they were doing a lot of freestyle music back then. But my partner, Don Welch, he was a Billboard reporter. He knew every song, every music. So I just had to go on his ear, or I would have to, well, let me see if my feet can move to that. So our combination of being partners, I brought dancers with me. I brought the party, the flavor, the drag queens, let's go, where Don knew the DJs and the music. So it was a great combination, I think, and we are still together. We have our coffee table book getting ready to drop.
Brilliant.
Yes, it's a lot of work, because what it's about is people who've been supporting us from day one, their stories, what brought them to that club. We have people who were there 1 year, and 10, 15 years later, they came back, and you could see their pictures or something at the I'm like, oh, shoot, you was at our party. Because we always took pictures. So from dancers to labels, to DJs, artists, we have so many stories. So look out for the Underground Network coffee table book.
I will buy that book.
It's about that thick.
With all the history. That's brilliant. Well, listen, what we're doing is a history of dance music, so that's very relevant. It's very relevant.
All of it.
So you were talking about Louie. You've been in the studio with Louie. What you
So
done?
how that happen? Because, you know, again, the dancer. My party's going on. My partner's running the party. I'm coming in from a video shoot with Mass Order, Lift Every Voice and Sing on Columbia Records. And one of my workers says, oh, that's my partner. Louie, that's my partner. That's my other boss, Don Welch's partner. And she's also a singer. Her name is Barbara Tucker. He said, oh, okay. This, again, 92. We're in 92 somewhere. And so I said, okay, good to meet you. And I continued to go into my party that was just ending because I was doing the video shoot. And so next thing I know, we're moving over to the Sound Factory bar. And then he remembered what she said. And he said, my wife, which at that time was La India and Lim Springsteen, who co-wrote Free, they came up with this song. No, he didn't say that first. Backtrack. He said, I have some tracks. I want to hear what you do. Can you come and meet me at the studio? So he just put on tracks, and I just started ad-libbing. I'm known for ad-libbing. I just, all of that, whatever. So, and then one day at our party, he said, oh, my wife and Lim Springsteen, La India, I have to say that, they were working on this track, and I think you will be perfect for it, and it's called Beautiful People.
We were going to ask you about Beautiful People.
It was called Beautiful People. So what happens, and I have this in my ear because I was just singing. Okay, so then what happens is I go into the studio, and there's all these amazing singers. This is the first and only time there was a house background all-star. Here we go. Kenny Bobian, Earl Stockley, Earl Bennett, Joy Caldwell, Karen Bernard, Carol Sylvan, Connie Harvey, La India, myself, and Byron Stingley.
Wow. Unbelievable. And that
Beautiful! Yeah, we was up in the house.
All that in the same place.
Yes. Fantastic. That was amazing. He had a good concept with that. So they wrote the two verses. Of course, I came and wrote another verse with that, and had my famous line, that red and black and white, all we need, deep inside, all we need is love. And next thing I know, that song, I didn't even recognize the song when I first
Deep
heard.
down inside.
I didn't recognize. Every Barilla was like, oh, he's playing your song. He came to my party. Every industry used to hang out at my party. Every Wednesday.
I love that track, by the way. It's from my era. I was on the dance floor to that track. fantastic. I love it.
It was wonderful because, and Eric said, wow, you walked in and he's playing your song. He's playing your song. I'm like, what song is this? I don't even know this song.
It was a sample, wasn't it? It was a sample.
It was the dub, yeah. He created a dub after that.
Yeah.
And that's when I learned what is a dub. You know, you didn't get the message in the song, then guess what?
But the song is a beautiful song to start.
It really is.
It's a beautiful song to start. It's got the right.
It really
it's got the right
is.
title, isn't it? But then the spin-off with the Deep Down Inside, you know,
Which came out first.
I came out first.
Yeah.
Didn't
Because
know
he
that.
teased you with the song, Deep Inside, and then he brought the song out.
Okay.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, that's a great story. I love that story. I mean, they're like all-time classic songs, aren't
Yes.
they? Both of those songs are fantastic. You
Yes.
know, on the dance floor, the amount of times I must have danced to both of those songs.
And when I'm a visual singer. I see people, I see movement, I see people crying, I see the story. Again, chalk it up to the Pisces in me. And so, in other words, it's coming from here. Because what is beautiful people? It's inside. Mm-hmm. But I don't care who you are. If you're hating on people, you're not a beautiful person. It's the things that bring joy to not just a person, but also to your soul. If we learn to live our lives, even if we sacrifice, take one day at a time, we all can be beautiful people.
Yeah.
Because deep inside, it's deep inside, down inside.
Yeah. So tell me, who works with us, Dave Lambert, you obviously know Dave very well.
Yes.
And tell us the English side of the story.
Yeah.
Tell us the English.
I remember him coming to America, and Gladys talking about him coming through and him knowing what he wanted. And now don't quote me on this. I thought she was like, okay, well, we got this, and he was like, well, we have this record coming out and we're doing this. But she introduced him to the songs and he picked it up. I love that because he just didn't take beautiful people. He had jazz it up. I stopped playing with my mind. And I get lifted. I think maybe stay together too.
So he really took you on that the British journey.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
And I love that because even though Strictly had a sister label also in England, that really
they didn't
helped.
pick it up, did they? It was Dave that actually with Positiva.
Well, you automatically have it. A sister label. In other words, we're a team, and you open up the office in Britain.
How did that happen then? How did Positiva come along?
I'm not sure. He might have to tell you that part.
I'll have to ask him that story.
You might have to ask him that, and I never asked that question either.
Because it's a completely different label. Different label.
Yes, it really was. It really was. And it was so much fun. I keep looking up because I'm seeing the memories, the vision of what was going on, and then how important, as I tell artists, to have a home, to have a support. You might can sing, you might can write or even produce, but you can't do everything.
And was that the start of your, coming over to England and start?
Of course it was.
It was the beginning of that.
Of course. Not only that,
it was a different journey. You took you on a different journey.
Not only that, I have some cousins out here. I have cousins in Leeds, Brixton, and Birmingham. Brilliant. On the Bayesian side. My grandfather's from Barbados.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Right.
Fantastic. I mean, that was always what we were going to talk with you about, the beautiful people, because it's such a great song.
It's such a beautiful song. I remember in the early days crying and singing that song.
Oh, that's nice.
Because...
The emotions.
Yeah, because sometimes people write and they're just writing and rhyming and write, but it meant something because the world needs hope. The world needs embrace. The world, like... It's like somebody's out there playing games against us and pushing us against whoever, pushing us again so that you can have these emotions.
It's just as well we've got music, really, isn't it? Especially the way the world is right
house
now.
Music.
Yeah.
I'm going to say house music.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that because I like what Kevin Head said. It's a spiritual thing.
We've been saying that.
But it really is.
I've said, it's a family. It's a religion. It's many things. It's many things.
I don't want to call it a religion because I know what religion is, but I will say take the spiritual thing because I know what words are powerful. Words are incarnations. So it's a spiritual thing. And what happens in house music, about 85 maybe 90% of the singers come out or are still in church. That's why it's a spiritual thing.
Okay.
Because you can play R&B or jungle and people could be like still in that moment. But when you're in a club and tears I don't know any R&B clubs that tears are coming out your eye. You loving on everybody. You leaving that club like, hey, I don't know your name, but I love you too. Everything's peace.
Yeah.
We're thinking
it is peace and love, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's
We've
why,
had the summer of love for many, many years, haven't we?
Yes. and just embracing one another. So that's why I wouldn't call it religion as much as it's a spiritual thing, because it takes you the endorphins that it works up in you and takes you to heavenly places. Now I'm talking about the sober kids, because the other kids. I have to say that. I have to say this because I don't know what mode you're in. I don't know where you are, but I know when you're authentic with your hands raised up in the club, and you don't care who's around you, but you're like, wow, God, you're so good to me. This is so beautiful. The chords that they play in house music. You know, if you're musicians, that certain chords, the killer's coming into the room. Certain chords, there's animals or babies around, and so on and so certain chords that romance is getting ready to go down. So the chords that they play in house music open you up like a rose. It just blossoms you.
You're right about the endorphins with the house music. They've proven it makes you live longer.
Hey, you keep dancing.
Yeah. It hits you a point in the brain, and it obviously, keeps you living longer.
There's some sort of data, scientific data, that can keep you living longer, 6 years or something like that. But we can understand it. It just resonates such good vibration.
Thank you, vibrations, bringing forth that frequency. Yeah. Our vibrations can raise us to a certain frequency I like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony.
Brilliant.
That you get to a point. When we used to go to the shelter after my party sometime, you get to a point you don't want to leave each other.
Right.
We could go outside the club, but you just don't want to leave each other. Oh, we got to go home. I don't want to go home. The music, it sets you up in such a way that you want to just be with your friends. You don't want to say goodbye. We got to say goodbye. Look, it's 2 in the afternoon, club shelter, but we got to go.
But you've also got a big connection with Ibiza, haven't you?
Very much. My first time going to Ibiza was in 96. It was an in and out gig. Then 98, Eric Murillo set up the tour, the Strictly Rhythm tour. It was Barbara Tucker, Alternate, Dwayne Harding. Then we had, I'm seeing Ricky Morrison, I'm seeing Ted Patterson, and DJ PP, because that's who he networked with, and Michael Davies was there, and we did Pacha. Yeah. That was 98, coming in and out, and Stop Playing With My Mind came out that year. Then 2000, I got a residency. Somebody called me and said, would you be interested in hosting Barbara Tucker's Summer Soulful Jams at El Divino? That was in 2000. It's a great club.
I mean, being there right on the marina, it's a good setting, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, and I loved it when it was El Divino.
Yes,
it's changed now, but
of course.
I preferred it when it was El Divino.
Yeah, I like it too.
Yeah.
So ever since 2000, I've been in Ibiza every year with some form of a residency.
I've got to ask you this question, because we ask everyone to do with Ibiza. Is it bitten you like it's bitten me? Is it that magic? That island's got something going on.
No.
I just think I live there.
Yeah.
You felt
does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like I go there, I don't need to be at a club every day.
No.
There right now, I follow this Ibiza land in 2 pages. It's simply beautiful. The hiking, the cleaning, the caves. It's just amazing.
Have you been to Cova Santa, down into the cave there?
Not yet. I want to go. I'm told
Beautiful.
They used to do yoga there, meditation there, but they stopped it. And I'm like, what? Where's the peace? Come on, people.
Well, you walk right down. As you walk down, it's really cold in there. You go down. It's got all the stalagmites and all those kind of things. It's crazy.
That's me.
I haven't explored it yet.
That's me, because I'm here 41 years, been going to clubs all my life, and so I'm always around music. So when I go to Ibiza, I'm not trying to be around music. That's the thing.
You're in it, aren't you?
I'm thinking I live there.
Yeah,
so
it
that's
feels like
the
home.
difference of
Feels
getting a
like
bug.
home.
I know I can go back there. I know where to find it.
I got the same feeling. The first moment I sat on the island, it felt like home to me. It just felt like, wow, this is the place for me.
I live on the beach. It's the ocean, the sea when it's peaceful. It's the moon when it's full. It's that work. I'm like, wow, Father, we don't need any lights here because the moon is lighting up the sea. In August, when I was working the whole seasons for many seasons, in August was too up for me. So I used to call it moon bathing. I used to love it when the sun just gone down and the stars coming out, and I'll be out on the sunbed. They're like, going, what are you doing? I said, I'm moon bathing. I loved it. That island is magical for me. It's magical for people, and I get it. And I don't want to seem like, it's not magical for me as much as because...
Feels like home.
Not just that, because what's magical and mystical to me is serving God.
Yeah.
So you can't get no higher than that.
Yeah,
you understand?
Yeah.
I can go to Thailand and feel like, wow, it's just so beautiful. The people are so peaceful. I can go to different countries and find God in the environment, in the season. But you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
there's
absolutely.
so many.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
As we're on the Ibiza tip a little bit, have you got a favourite beach there? Is there somewhere you really love going chilling out, a nice beach bar? Or I've got so many spots I love to go
Well,
to.
back in the day, Bora Bora was nice back in the day.
We're going to do him next week, actually.
Oh, okay.
G Moore, who did the music for Bora Bora and everything.
Okay. So, beach bar. There are some that I don't remember the name, but it wasn't name brand spots.
Okay. Yeah, there was lots of little. Back then, there was lots of beach bars that played sort of louder music. Now they've sort of slowed that down a bit. The control, a bit more control these days.
I've been to some nice places. Wow, where's this? Like maybe the dancers. If you really want to find some nice spaces, places, beaches, ask one of the dancers because they go away from everybody.
They move away from the madness. They go and find their spots. Don't they
find their
spots.
This
is the reason why we asked the guests.
They have their little speaker and they're just all dancing and on the rock. I forgot that one spot that you have to go down and walk and then you come up.
Sounds like Atlantis.
No.
It sounds.
No, I would have remembered that name.
Yeah. So the other one, there's one they call the slabs, which is I think it's
But they would hang out, dancers, because being a dancer, I don't dance like how I was back then, but that's who you want to hang out with.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about strippers. I'm talking about dancers.
Nightclub dancers.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Because all they want to do is have fun and dance.
Yeah.
And they're organic, and I love that. I love it.
Moving.
And they've got one they call Benaras where they have all the drummers playing all the time.
See, that's nice.
Very hippie.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, if you haven't been there, go down to Benaras next time to try.
I'll be there shortly for the rest of the
when
summer.
you off to Ibiza?
I'll be there the 24th because I'll be performing, and then I'll stay.
Where are you performing on?
Soul Heaven.
I know.
I'll be doing.
Is it at O Beach still?
Yes.
Yes.
With Fleur Wolford.
Yeah, I know Fleur.
Okay.
I've done a party with her.
Wonderful. And then I'll be doing something with Glitterbox.
Yeah.
Of course,
Yeah. Which is Simon famously has now moved on from, isn't he?
Yes. No comment.
No comment.
But I love High.
High's a good club. Yeah.
High's got the vibe.
Yeah.
It's clean. It's bright. To see the stage alone, even if you don't dance and you're just in a VIP section, just to watch the stage and all its magic. I'm missing that.
We all talk about space. I love the Terrace at Space.
Oh,
everyone loves the Terrace.
Yes.
But High is actually a better nightclub, isn't it? It's actually, it's structured a lot better. I mean,
of course, because this is a different season.
Different era.
This different designers, architects, different vision. But back then, Space was straight up about the music.
It was more raw, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, again, people like me, I like to look at the lights and the glitter and the decor.
They spent some money on that club, haven't they?
They do.
Yeah, they spent some
They
money.
do.
And have you performed yet in the new Universe?
No, I'm not really moved to go there, and I'll just
I'm
leave
sure
it at
you're going
that.
to get asked. I'm sure.
Huh?
I'm sure you're going to get asked to go and do it. Universe.
No, I haven't seen that one artist there yet.
Really?
Oh, not
I haven't
yet.
heard not one since they
So
opened.
no vocalist, anyone?
Well, they're concentrating on the big DJs nights. That's what
Okay,
they've been
and
doing.
that's
It's only
okay.
the second season.
The second
I'm
year,
sure.
yeah.
I'm sure more of that will come down the road. You know, I'm sure the likes of Cole Cox will invite singers on certain
We did a
nights.
track together, but I wasn't around. That could have been nice to do that. A lot of people don't know that he also does soulful music.
Of course he does. That's where he comes from.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a jazz funk soul.
He's
DJ.
a black guy. You know they gonna play some soul music up there somewhere. So he had to have roots. That's what we're saying.
For sure.
So what we tend to ask all our guests is about the music. So over the years, what have been your favourite tracks?
Obviously, definitely. Oh my goodness. Pevit Evans. Hot. Feeling hot. Oh, somebody's got to do it. Keep it burning hot, hot, hot. That's his. Very rarely do you find a lot of male vocalists that have that sexy sound and the chords, because he produces as well. So when they're the producers who play also, it's a certain way that, you know, they're going to sound.
Yeah.
They're going to sound. They got it. Not just somebody gave them a track and you try to fit some words in it. They those beautiful chords. I also love Dajé. I love Dajé because we've booked her, you know, as a club promoter, booked her. And she didn't let her size stop her. She used to get up on that stage and dance. She didn't look at this girl up here in Chicago. She represented, and still my song, Dajé, Brighter Days. Ooh, oh, I need you. Oh, yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah, that's a great track. And any others that comes to mind?
I'm sure there is. Oh, remember when Melissa Morgan did Still in Love? Somebody did a house mix for her, Still in Love. See, from New York, again, I find that we had different tunes that you might have had out
for
here.
Sure, yeah.
Definitely.
There's lots of crossover, but there was also
some crossover.
Some records did, some records didn't.
I think when they cross over, it's because a British label might get involved with that label and they're on it and they push it that way. But she did a Still in Love, and when I choreographed to it with all these dancers.
Brilliant.
Still in love. That was hot too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fabulous.
Incredible.
And anything that our queen does, I'm trying to remember her name. She also does gospel music. I'll come back to her. I will. I'm looking at her. She's Candy Staten.
Candy Staten, fantastic. Yeah.
Fantastic
I mean, listen, all-time classic.
It seems for me, I like more of a classic-y voice sound with some nice chords in the house music, because coming from a musical background, I like more musical things, less just a beating. I'm like, okay, where are we going with this?
Can I just ask, when you first came to the UK, what did you think about how did you find the club culture over here when you first came over?
Was it completely different from New York? Because we got a similar background with both being promoters and
similar, but we're a bit more soulful, I want to say. Mm-hmm. I like that the culture here mixed more. In New York, you wouldn't find a lot of mixtures in the club.
Really?
This black house, Latino house.
Oh, really?
Gay, white gay, black gay. Yeah.
Everyone kept to their own, basically.
Not intentionally, I think, but maybe if you felt
People
comfortable.
do that. People do that. They do resonate to their own type. But in London, it was a real melting pot early.
I like that. It wasn't because I have family out here, and they've still experienced some racism.
Oh, listen, I experienced racism. I'm half Indian, half English.
Somebody bother you?
So, no, listen, but I took no notice of it. Racism didn't ever bother me.
Oh, you better not. You better call me.
I just weren't having it, basically.
I got it.
But I never said, I went to a school where there was a third black, a third white, and a third Asian. So,
we're used to it.
Yeah, we're sort of used to it. I didn't take it that serious, but it was serious, but I didn't take it that serious,
It's just what I see, what I notice as a club promoter. And sometimes if you're the Escuelita, for an example, that was a Latin gay spot, but their house music had a little Latin-y vibe to it. So it could be the music again that draws them, even if your tunes were played there. If you went to sometimes maybe a Danny Tenaglia or Junior Vasquez, it's a little bit harder, but it's house, right?
He gets a lot of love, Danny Tenaglia.
Yeah.
A lot of people like that, man.
And a party like ours that support house music and house artists, authentic house music. There's an authentic meaning. In the beginning, Jack created.
Yeah, he did.
And everything else is a derivative of that. Whether it's
have you found out who Jack is? I've been looking for Jack all these years.
It could be you. I don't know. Jackson.
I know he lived in a house. That's what I do know.
Yes. So basically, that's what I noticed about. I can only speak for New York. How that is. The black culture. We a little bit more sweaty. We're they're diving, they're moving, they're rolling. Guys are lifting girls up, and we're more fluid with our movement. Whereas sometimes you can get to other clubs and they're safe house. Wow, safe house. I'm hiding. Okay. They're more safe. We're just doing the 1-2-1-2 step, but we're doing house. Oh, we like that song. Oh, but we were straight up. We danced from our soul that went to our feet.
Do you know what I love, Barbara? I love that that big changeover. So the big changeover was, in the late 87, 80, definitely 88, was where the good dancers were on the dance floor.
Yes.
The rest were watching, right? As soon as this house music appeared, everybody was dancing. Everybody was dancing. I know it was like, I was not a bad dancer, so I was always on the dance floor.
Oh, I was carrying on.
Yeah.
Combat boots.
But I loved it when everybody come on the dance floor. I thought it was fantastic.
Well, of course, you definitely want that. We would show up, I would wear combat boots with fishnet stocking, short skirt with shorts under the cut up t-shirts tied, my handkerchief, my towel on the side of my waist, because we didn't come to.
You went there, so you're there to sweat, weren't you?
That's what I said. That's how we party.
Yeah.
That's how we party. So when you party like that, or you're used to that, that's how you come up. And when you go to other countries and you're hearing the track, and we're vocal. We're vocal on the dance floor, and you go to parties and they're quiet and they're, so
sedate. Sedate ones.
I can completely relate to that because I was in a dance crew, and I still have a lot of friends, and I frequently sometimes go to dance lessons, and I kind of miss it when I go to the clubs and I don't really see that kind of. That kind of input where dancers are kind of like dancing together. Real freeness.
Yeah. See, when you have that, so when you ask me the question about the magic and all that, I'm like, in my mind, I've been to some magical places, parties that you did not want to leave them. And I'm not saying everybody was sober. I just never did that. But your friend, it's okay. Whatever works for you.
You were dancing.
Please, the reason why those dancers didn't really get high like that. I'm not saying they didn't have maybe some weed or something, and it's different than alcohol, because they needed their balance on the dance floor. You understand? Yeah. Because you're doing turns and you're doing splits.
You needed the coordination.
You need the coordination. How you dancing? What's going on? So it just takes me back. I know we can't go back. Our age said we can't go back.
We can't go back. We were talking about that earlier.
Our ankles, our knees say we can't.
I said earlier on, I said that I'd love to relive 1988. That's the year I just love to go back there and redo that. That would be absolutely unbelievable.
We did dance contests. What? I don't see that. We might not have had the beaches and the mountains, but we had the party.
Yeah.
We had the party.
I mean, my party started from the jazz funk era. We started in 1980. So we did all that stuff up to the 87, 88 when it just completely changed. It went crazy. You know, we were the first to go to Ibiza, do coup when it was open air.
Wow.
My history, I pinch myself sometimes of what we did.
Well, we were blessed, and as one of my best friends would say, and I survived it.
Yeah. Well, you're right there. I mean, a lot of my friends didn't think I get past 50.
My friend, I won't say his name, but he's gay. He's like, look, so many of my friends died. I survived it. I thank God all the time, because that could have been me.
Yeah.
There's a point that the party scene was carrying on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm loving. I've got like a new lease of life. I've got my mojo back because I'm doing something that I've got a passion for, and interviewing you guys. The people that started this whole thing off. It's really nice. It's very, very nice to interview, get your stories. It's a precious thing to me.
Yeah, those that built the foundations. And
it is a foundation, and we all play a part. As I said, it's like a good soup. You have the DJ who's bringing the music, the funk, right? You have the dancers. If you didn't have the dancers in your club, you wouldn't have the flavor. You wouldn't have the synergy. They bring the synergy. You need those drag queens up in there because they're giving you they're giving you the color in the club. It's a combination.
Yeah.
All that makes an awesome house party.
Well, that's what I was doing clubs in London, but when I first landed in Ibiza, and I started going to Coup, and I met Brasilio, and he was doing the Coca Loco bar, and and there was all these transvestites, and it was crazy. I mean, a 20-year-old sort of going, "Wow, what's going on here?" Theater. Yeah. It's fabulous. I mean, the history of dance music, and that's what we're trying to convey here. Tell the public what we've done, what we've been through, and what fabulous time we had.
Why even?
It's always been about the music, though.
What keeps us coming back? How do you become a part? What is it for you, or is it to provide something for the beautiful people that come and support?
Yeah, absolutely.
I love house. House is not prejudice. You understand?
No, it's definitely
house.
Not.
You can be fat, black, gay, straight, one leg, anything. As long as you come in and you got a beat, you got a song, you got a something. House for the community, it accepts you.
Yeah, exactly.
You can be 70 years old at the club, and somebody won't say. That's somebody's grandmother over there. Some people are judgmental. But when I came to Ibiza especially, I was like, this is cool. You could see 20-year-olds, but I know that person, they got to be 80-something years old. But they were there. Body looked good. Yeah. She was snatched. And I'm like, I love it. I love it. Love it.
Ibiza is a very accepting place.
Well, Ibiza's always been, no prejudice on the dance floor, basically.
I love that.
I mean, famously, Nino, remember the guy, he was always in Pacha, bald head, Swedish guy with big white beard. We called him Santa.
I think I remember him. I hadn't seen him in a while.
He's died now. But
no wonder.
But he come up to me and, he was a character because this old guy, really old guy, but dancing in the clubs every night. Yes. He used to say, Alan, I love your nights. I love your parties. So much energy. I mean, this is a guy at the time was probably in his 60s. Back then.
Wow, we're still here. I think when people try to say, you're too old to party or something like that, really? You're too old to breathe.
What I like now, what's happened. What I like what's happened now is the age doesn't matter anymore at all, does it? But even you must see it in your industry that they want the new young singer, or you must have gone through that phase, but that's gone past now, and now it's talent, isn't it? Well,
house music is different. I'm not gonna lie. When I turn around, I don't see anybody coming up behind me. And it's sad. It's sad. I think people have the misconceptions of house. I think they don't think they can make money in house. No, we might not be millionaires with it, but
we've had a great life.
This is a music that it touches your heart and your soul. We don't have to do trains. People do trains on you to get a deal or to get out there. I think people, I have a contest one day. One day it's going to come forth because it's going to help the next generation of singers. I know I'm having conversations in my head. We see Crystal, Ultra, Barbara, Janice Robinson, the same. You're going to keep seeing the same. Where's the next generation? I need to see them so I can say, that's house right there. She's turning it, she's twirling it. She gets or he gets house music.
Yeah.
There's nobody. Yeah. Come on now, there's nobody.
Yeah.
Who's the next?
I mean, for the viewers, especially the kind of, new generation, I'm hoping that they see these podcasts because like your perspective as an artist, you've been there literally from the get-go, and the way that you explain the process of making music, creating, and being in the moment and doing it organically.
Yes. I'm working with singers too because I'm just not, what I'm doing, that's just one of the many hats that I do. She's just a singer. No, sweetie, I'm a producer. I didn't know you were a
promoter. I didn't know that.
Oh, yes.
So, Yes, people used to always call me, where's the party to go to tonight? Because I always knew the party in New York.
You are the party.
At this level, where is it going to be? So it's funny. I've hired Ultra. I've hired Crystal. I've hired, not Janice Robinson wasn't popular in New York at that time. Byron's thing, actually it was 10 City. It wasn't Byron's thing, it was 10 City. Just so many people. So I forget that I'm a singer too, and I'm there as a promoter, the host, the choreographer, come to our party. Here's our flyer.
That's our life. That's the life of a promoter, isn't it? We don't stop talking, and we don't stop promoting.
We're on a weekday putting flyers in the
post.
Yeah. Okay.
We've done all that.
They don't know. We was folding it. Everybody eating pizza. The staff was there joking and listening to new tracks that were coming out, and it's interesting.
There was no internet, and we had to do some work, didn't we?
We did really get work. We had production teams, whoever. Okay, you'll take this area. We'll take this area. I remember I almost was a DJ before USBs and CDJs came out. I was doing beat matching, 12 inches. I was like, this is boring to me. I want to dance. Because my partner, he said, come on, Barbara, you should. What is this? This could have been about 95 about. And I was like, I don't really want to DJ.
No, you've either got that in you or not. I never wanted to be a DJ. And I employed a lot of DJs.
Yeah, and then later Louie said, Barbara, you should be a DJ. The girls are starting out. You could do it because you got a good ear for, he said, good ear for music. But I don't want to DJ. Everybody wanted me to DJ.
If that's not
I don't want to do it because this one's doing it and she's doing it. That wasn't my thing. I'd rather be in stage. I'd rather coach. I'd rather mentor artists. I would rather create. I'd rather style. Do these type of things. I don't want to do this. And I remember back then, again, there's no USB.
I was enjoying myself too much to be a DJ. That's the truth.
You would. See, because there's no USBs and there's no CDJs, and I would look at the future and say, I will not have my room taken over by all these 12 inches on the wall. Do you see some of these CJs when they show you their basement or I'm like, oh no, I don't want that. That's a whole nother room.
It's all right if they're gold ones or platinum ones. That's okay.
That's a different type of record. But actually, it is what it is. I'm not impressed with those things. I just want to be here. I'm just grateful.
Yeah, no, every day. I'm grateful every day. Yeah. Every time I wake up, it's another good day. Yeah, I'm good with that. I'm good with that. So, Barbara, the whole reason you're here today, and it's been lovely meeting you, is to induct you into our Global Club and Dance Hall of Fame.
All right.
So, Barbara Tucker, Thank you very
Well
much,
deserved.
young lady.
All right.
100%.
Wait a minute. Look at this. Isn't this special? Wow, wow, and wow. Dun, 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 dun. I appreciate this. I appreciate the
You're
acknowledgement because sometimes, you're here for so many years. So many years.
You've definitely earned that.
41 years. What's this? 2026.
Yeah.
And people don't always know you or your contribution to what you've done and how you've worked in the community, not just in front of a camera, but mainly behind, taking your party on tours as such. I got so inspired by life as an artist, as someone in the industry, and some downs. That's what made me write the book.
Yeah. Well, actually, that's what I was going to say to you. We hadn't asked you that question. The future. Tell us the future. What you've got the book.
Oh, yes. The book is called Music Industry 101, Balancing Your Way Through the Industry. Classes in session. I say that because with this season that we're in right now, that artists are being raped of their royalties and raped of their bodies, you need to know that you have power as an artist. If the Most High gave you that gifting of whatever you do, and somebody comes along, they don't have the right to say, you owe me, give me, because you're not wise enough to know that I am in this artistry, but it's also a business. You have to learn. When I was growing up, I would go to seminars. I still go to conferences to network, to teach the next generation. So I say classes in session because, again, you already have the gift. You already should know by now that you can have your own publishing company. You can get your royalties and things as such as that. We have enough books of that. But what about behind the curtain? What about when you're going to the studio and somebody's trying to touch you? What about when you're going to the studio and somebody's like, well, I'm going to take this amount, but you'll get this amount because my name is bigger than you. What do you do with situations like that? Where's your manager? Why are you going in the studio with your little hot shorts on and your breasts all out, and then you're not expecting that guy or whomever to be a little turned on or something?
That's the promoter in you. The promoter.
No, that's the God in me.
Yeah, I get that.
Because and I get a little serious because I've heard of women being raped in studios. So that's not a promoter. This is the protection. And I want to help them. I want to teach them. Also in the book, we have testimonies because everybody who's been a singer or something in the industry at one point in your life, I'm sick of this. I'm tired of this. They did this to me. Then I don't want to do this anymore. But then what kept you back? What made you come back? Because it was in here. You're on assignment. It's a school. If this is a school, you know you're going to have lessons. You're going to have some testings. But you're surely, if you stay, going to have some blessings. So it's a conversation. It's something to focus on. We're in this earth. Creator, why did you create us? Why are we here? Everybody got a gift or a talent. Some came to, maybe they don't want to follow that. Maybe they'll have to repeat it, reincarnation, until you get the lesson. And some people have the gift of a song because you can always say, it's going to be okay. But you can say, it's going to be okay. Sometimes you can sing it.
Yeah.
And that could be your message. You could be a CC writer someday, so that's why I say back to the spiritual thing, because you're here to touch, move, and inspire. What am I supposed to do with the gift? And all of this is in the book. So again, we have some testimonies. We even have you don't know tomorrow. You keep saying, I'm going to do my will, my trust, my this, my that, but you didn't do it yet. And henceforth, oh, such and such just passed away. Oh boy, they didn't have a will. Da, 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 da. It's in the book. I put some wills in the book. I put stuff like that. Look at this. Make sure you get that. People have stolen.
So life coaching, you do. Yes, I get it.
Come on, call me, Barbara Tucker. Call me.
I get it.
And that's what it is for artists.
Yeah.
Life coaching for artists.
What happens is, Barbara, and you're
is
not.
Is this mine? I'm just holding it.
No, that's yours. That's yours.
You're kidding
me.
That's yours.
Yeah, this is for you.
And we're
With my little fingerprints on it.
That's
Oh,
all right.
Lord.
We don't mind if it does pick up the fingerprints. That's one thing. But I have asked if we can do that without the fingerprints. They can't do it.
It's
They can't do
okay.
it.
I'm grateful. I'm grateful. So I was gonna say one thing. It's just important that if you've been in here 30, 40, some DJ producers 50 years.
I'm nearly,
how come
I'm
we
nearly
don't
50 years.
we need to see you mentor and bring the next generation in. Not just
Right.
I'm the queen and I'm the diva and I'm the king or whatever. We don't need everybody's a king. Everybody's a queen. When you get a hit record out, you can be the queen of the day, right?
I must say on that note, the likes of David Guetta and Cole Cox.
I work with them both.
They both are doing that. They are both doing that. They're both bringing other people under their wings, and they are doing that. And I think that's good.
This is
I think
good.
that's very good.
This is good. It's about time I hear something like that because I need to see that because you're not going to always be here. And that's the point. Yeah. You're not going to always be here. I want them to know if you pass away, who gets your royalties? Did you think of that part? So it's a lot of thinking. This is the business of music classes in session.
Brilliant.
Incredible. So thank you so much.
Barbara.
Again.
Thank you, beautiful people.
That's nice.
You and your sarong. Can't get to Ibiza, so you're going to bring Ibiza to you.
I'm bringing Ibiza home.
I see you. You're giving me very beach right now. I love it. I love it. Yeah. All right.
So that's all we have time for at the Global Club and Dance Hall of Fame. Remember to like, subscribe, and to follow us on all of our platforms. See you soon.
Peace.